Hello and welcome to Swarajya Standard. Say you were to suddenly get a massive amount of money, probably through inheritance or some very rich person's goodwill, or whatever else be the means. What would you do with it? Now, while I leave you thinking about that, I would hope that the government, which is at the receiving end of a freaking rupees 1.76 lakh crore from the RBI, is better placed to take a call on what it wants to do with its money. By the way, rupees 1.76 lakh crore, I've heard that before. Anyway, if, as R. Jagannathan writes, this RBI transfer to the government just got sent to the Consolidated Fund of India, boy, that would just not inspire, would it? And that's what the government needs to do here now. Make good use of the money and show that it's making good use of the money. At Swarajya, we have about 5 suggestions to make courtesy R. Jagannathan, who makes great points of the matter. You should read a story. But getting back, government, are you listening? Well, let's carry on then. First, fix GST. Seriously, it was supposed to be a good and simple tax. Whatever happened to that? Instead, what we have is 7 different rates and cess apart from that. And then there's the promise to states, hey, we'll give you a 14% annual increase in revenues, don't worry. But well, that's going to involve raising rupees 50,000 crore through cess. So here's what can be done. Convert GST into a simple 3-rate structure and abolish the cess, and use about rupees 50,000 crore to fix GST and see what that reaps. Second, use some of that cash to get some foreign money into the country. The economy needs it. Consumption and investment sentiments are weak. Savings rate is low. What can help is to get some FDI in, for example, in a sector like infrastructure. And we're talking roads, power transmission lines, gas pipelines. They can be sold on a toll operate transfer basis, or new franchises can be awarded. But what about investor fear about the weakening rupee? As Jaggi writes, guarantee forward cover for a few years at a fixed hedging cost of say about 3.5% annually. That's what got us $34-35 billion in 2013. Once FDI inflows strengthen, the rupee will stop depreciating and the cost of providing subsidized forward cover for the government will fall. This would revive investments and augur well for domestic business as well. Third, help the banks. They need it. The government wants to give banks about rupees 1 lakh crore as fresh capital. The annual cost of recap bonds will be about rupees 7,000-8,000 crore. Now, this annual interest cost is worth incurring to put banks in good shape and consequently to help revive the investment cycle. Fourth, rescue NBFCs, which in turn will revive sectors like housing and automobile. How to do that? Remember TARP, or Troubled Assets Relief Program? It was brought in after the Lehman crisis, which seems like a long time ago, to bail out the financial institutions. That actually quite worked well. Once the immediate liquidity crisis ended, many of these assets turned good and the program was wound up before it ran its full course. Now similarly, a rupees 40,000 crore TARP for NBFCs in India will go a long way to make the financial system more stable. Now fifth and last, lend a helping hand to the poor Indian railways. Upgrade tracks, invest in new lines and electrification and make it profitable. There's much to gain for the economy from great railway infrastructure. And plus, who wouldn't want prettier train rides? Now that's our 5. Sound good? If you agree, disagree, have more to add to the list, or just want to say hi, see you in the comments below. But keep it clean, no sparring. And don't forget to subscribe. Seriously, we need your support.